Imagine it's November 19th, 2026. You've waited 13 years for this. You slide the disc in, or the download finally hits 100%. You hit play, and the screen fades in. This is it. This is your first day inside GTA 6, inside Vice City, and I'm going to walk you through exactly what it's going to feel like, hour by hour, from the moment you wake up to the moment the neon takes over the night. So get comfortable, because by the end of this, you are going to be counting down the days. This is the channel where we live inside the biggest games before anyone else, so hit subscribe and let's step into Vice City together. You wake up, not on a loading screen in an apartment. Sunlight is cutting through cheap blinds, a ceiling fan is spinning, and there's a television flickering in the corner next to what looks a lot like a game console. This is Jason and Lucia's place, and right away you notice something Rockstar is famous for. The room feels lived in. There are clothes on the floor, dishes in the sink, little details everywhere. And this matters because in a Rockstar game, the small stuff is the whole point. The way light falls through a window, the hum of the fridge. You get up, you walk to the window, and you get your very first real look at it. Vice City, Rockstar's version of modern-day Miami. Palm trees, pastel buildings, the ocean shimmering in the distance. And this is the moment it hits you. This isn't the washed-out desert of Los Santos anymore. This place is alive. It's humid, it's breathing. So you step outside, and the city just swallows you. The first thing you're going to want to do, every single one of us, is find a car. You walk up to the nearest one, you pull the driver out, and you hit the street. And the radio kicks in, and it's already perfect, because Rockstar's soundtracks are legendary, and a Vice City soundtrack in 2026 is going to be something special. You start driving, and you notice the traffic feels real. People are honking, jaywalking, arguing on the sidewalk. Somebody's filming a fight on their phone. A street vendor is packing up a cart. You pass a beach absolutely packed with people, then a strip of neon clubs that are closed for the morning, but you already know they're going to matter tonight. And you're just cruising, taking it in, when you decide to test something. How big is this actually? So you point the car in one direction, and you just drive. And this is where your first day gets humbling. Because you drive, and you drive, and the city keeps going. Then the city ends, and the swamps begin, the grass rivers, this Everglades-style wetland, with airboats and hidden shacks. Then that opens up into the Leonida Keys, a chain of islands stretching out into the ocean. The GTA 6 map is estimated to be nearly twice the size of GTA 5, and it's reported to have over 700 buildings you can actually walk into. 700. In GTA 5, it was about a dozen. So, on your first day, you are not going to see even a fraction of this world. You're going to realize, quietly, that you could play this game for a year and still be finding new places. And that feeling that this world is bigger than you, that is exactly what Rockstar wants you to feel in hour one. So you pull over because you need a second, and you decide to just do something normal. And this is the part people are sleeping on. Because Vice City is packed with stuff to do that has nothing to do with crime. You could go fishing off a pier, and it looks like it plays exactly like Red Dead Redemption 2, slow, satisfying, meditative. You could hit a gym and actually build your character up over time. You could shoot a game of pool, play a round of mini golf, or wander into an organized street fight and throw hands with a crowd around you. Rockstar hasn't even advertised half of this. But it means your first day doesn't have to be a mission. It can just be you existing in a world. Maybe you spend your first hour just taking photos of the sunset. Maybe you customize a car. And that is a flex almost no other game can pull off, giving you a world so complete that doing nothing in it is still fun. And then the sky changes. You notice it before you understand it. The clouds roll in fast. The light goes gray, and a warning scrolls across the screen you pass, Hurricane Roxy. Now, Rockstar has not officially confirmed this, but everything points to GTA 6 having a real, dynamic, extreme weather system. And if that's true, your peaceful first day might get interrupted by a full hurricane tearing into Vice City. Rain hammering down, palm trees bending, streets starting to flood, visibility dropping to almost nothing. Imagine trying to drive through that. Imagine a mission in that. Imagine the waves swallowing the boardwalk while you're trying to escape the cops. On your first day, the weather itself might become the most dangerous thing in the game. So you duck inside somewhere to wait it out, and that's when the world starts talking to you. Because Vice City isn't empty, it's full of characters. You might run into a guy like Brian Heder, a washed-up criminal voiced, apparently, by Stephen Root, the kind of small-time operator who's got a job for you that sounds easy and absolutely will not be. Or you catch a broadcast from a paranoid conspiracy theorist named Cal Hampton, reportedly voiced by Maddie Matheson, ranting about something that's probably true. Rockstar has stacked this world with real acting talent hiding in the background, which tells you the people you meet on day one aren't filler. They're the start of stories. That guy at the bar, that voice on the radio, they're threads you're going to be pulling on for 100 hours. And eventually, your first day stops being a vacation, because the whole heart of GTA 6 is Lucia and Jason, two people in love, on the run, robbing their way across the state. A modern Bonnie and Clyde. And at some point on that first day, you're going to pull your first real job with them. Maybe it's a gas station. Maybe it's a liquor store that goes wrong. But you'll feel the shift. The moment the game stops being about sightseeing and starts being about survival, about the two of you against everything. You grab the cash, you hear the sirens, and now you're tearing through those same beautiful streets you were admiring an hour ago. Except now they're an escape route. And unlike every GTA before it, this time the story isn't about money or power. It's about whether you two make it out together. And then, finally, night falls. And Vice City becomes a completely different animal. The neon you saw dead in the morning explodes to life. Purple, pink, electric blue reflecting off wet streets. The clubs open. The traffic turns into a river of headlights. The whole city hums. And this is when you realize the online mode is going to be insane. A city this alive, filled with other players. But for now, on day one, you just stand there on a rooftop, or a beach, or the hood of a stolen car. And you take it in, and you realize this is going to be your world for the next decade. This is the game people are going to be playing in 2035, and you gotta see day one. And here's the thing that's going to keep you up that first night. The realization that everything you did today, you barely touched the edges of. You never made it to the swamps. You never explored the keys. You drove past 100 buildings you could have walked into. There are characters you haven't met, missions you haven't triggered, entire systems you don't even know exist yet. Most games, day one is most of the game. In GTA 6, day one is the tutorial for a world you'll still be discovering years from now. And that is the magic Rockstar has always chased. And this time, they might have finally built it. So that's your first day in Vice City, and honestly, it barely scratches the surface because we haven't even talked about what happens when you dig into that map, because there is one thing about the size of this world that genuinely does not make sense until you compare it to real places, and it will change how you see this entire game. That's the next video, and trust me, the numbers are insane. So subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll see you there. Welcome to Vice City.